And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you, far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once?
This is my message to the media. First of all, what you need to know is that I'm a nobody. Unfortunately for you, there are tens of millions of nobodies. If you will not report on these protests, we will bring it to your fucking door. And we will do it every day until you cover the truth of what is happening in this country.
Call for Ukraine. Call for Ukraine.
Let the melody into your brain.
Call for Ukraine. Let the melody into your brain. Call for Ukraine. Illegal fellas gonna drive you insane.
We're making moves while you slower than molasses. We're riding deep, chasing donkeys off their asses. We all bosses, stomping schmucks like they're fastest. It's no wonder why the Peters wanna blast us. Can't surpass us, our razors hit the top. Stacking money like a crooked ass cop. Buying rides like a used Dodge Durango. Our whips hit you like that dude named Django. Now let's tango, this new beat is humongous. Burning on your toes like an itchy case of fungus. It's Easter time and the bunnies in among us. Brought to you by our renegade chungus, and we're saying
Call for Ukraine. Call for Ukraine. Let the melody into your brain.
We are pilots of the Seraphim's UAV strike company. We hunt everyday Russian invaders. Our FPV drones demolish occupants day and night. We scorch enemy's tanks and APCs. And we are there where we are most needed. And for all this, we desperately need your help and support. To purchase 10 pickups and 2 minivans.
Я старший лейтенант Сергій Костинський, командир ударної роти Серафими. І я звертаюся до команди Car for Ukraine, Бандеромобіль, а також до партнерів їх ком'юніті на YouTube, в мережі X, в Інстаграмі, включаючи ATP Geopolitics, Eric Sikamimus, Word Translated, Pistol One, Andrew Mercado, Таня Іона, Rick the Ukrainian та інших міжнародних бійців на інформаційному полі з проханням долучитися та посприяти в зборі на автомобілі для нашої ударної роти.
Our lives and lives of Ukrainian civilians are highly dependent from your support.
Ми, підрозділ Хімера БПЛА, звертаємося до команди Car for Ukraine та Бандеромобіль, а також до партнерів Laserpeak, ATP Geopolitics, Eric, Sukomaimus та інших міжнародних бійців на інформаційному полі з проханням долучитись та посприяти нам у зборі на автомобілі. А саме 3 повнопривідні пікапи та 2 буси для пошуку позицій та заїзду і виїзду з них, які знаходяться у важкопроїзних місцях. Дякуємо за допомогу. Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Greetings from the Chimera UA. We would like to thank Andrew Mercado, Mercado Media Community, and William from Alberta for a massive help with fundraiser, as well as Car for Ukraine and Banderomobil for getting the track ready and delivered it here. Glory to Ukraine!
Дякуємо Car for Ukraine та Бандеромобіль за організацію збору та підготовку авто. Дякую спільнотам The Shields, а також ATP Geopolitics за підтримку у зборах і самому Діку та Джонатану за активну підтримку. Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
За рідну неньку! Постріл! Постріл! Постріл!
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. If that don't get you started, man. Ooh. God, I would love one of those videos. I know Canty would too. Damn. Did you see that? Damn. Heck. They're blowing shit up, Roy. Already, it's there. We're making it happen, guys. That shit is real as can be right there. As real as it gets. Man. Oof. Can you imagine being on the receiving end of that thing? Oof. Brutal. Let me do something real quick. And pull up the fundraiser and see where in the frick we are at these days. How's everybody doing today? We're going to cover some stuff. I don't have a lot for you, but I had to do a stream today. I was thinking about just going to bed. I'm just like, man, it's late. I'm tired, but there's so much going on. I had to do it. I had to do it, guys. I had to do it. All right, here we are. Easter Pisonki Renegade Chungus and Canty Luton fundraiser. Currently at the level of 7,436 euros. Let's frickin' go. 170 donations. Our goal is 11,000. We are inching closer and closer to the goal every day, guys. Shout out to the Shills and Mercado Media for helping boost this on their channels. We are getting there slowly and surely. Also, shout out to Blonde Bombshell. She's been posting it everywhere, even though she's in Ukraine right now, delivering a vehicle from Car for Ukraine. She still has the time to post on just about every Discord and media platform that she has. So shout out to her. She's been helping out a bunch behind the scenes. I can't thank her enough. Thank you, BB, so much. I don't think you're on, but thank you a bunch. Looks, these little $10 and $20 donations are adding up, guys. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Every little bit counts if you can. The fundraiser is pinned in the link. We have a little ways to go. Easter is tomorrow. Our goal was to have it done by tomorrow. And then at that point, it would take a miracle. Someone to just drop 2,600 euros right now and say, fuck it. Which, I mean, it's possible. I saw some serious Santas coming in. Secret Santas are hitting it. So if there's a Secret Santa out there watching my stuff, all right, here you go. It's 9:30 Pacific. If not, hey, we're getting there. 10 euros at a time. No donations too small. 5 euros. Price of your coffee. Price of energy drink. 3 euros. $3 donation. I'll take it. Let's get these soldiers what they need, man. They're over there fighting for everybody. For everybody. How's everybody doing? What's chat look like? Not Sherlock Holmes is in the house. David in. Hello, hello. Dankster. What's up, Dankster? Canty, of course. Hello, hello. Cypher. How we doing, guys? Chilling? I'm back to work. I'm back to my regular schedule, so I'm going to be a little extra tired throughout the next week or two, but whatever. Let's get into some rally stuff. I posted something on TikTok a little bit ago. I want to check in. Hey, Josh. Canty's under the weather, guys. He's down. He's got the ick. He has got the horseradish ick. Oh, we got more coming in already, man. Look at this. Oh, shit. Oh, what just popped up on my feed? What just popped up on my feed? This is protester arrested at Hands Off rally. And this was in Washington. Not clear what sparked this. One of the police was talking to him for a while while grabbing the later arrested man's shoulder, but I could not hear what was being said. Could be legitimate or could have been an agitator. What's the agitation? How's he agitating?
And we're bringing things that need to help us clarify our mission. So we're going to have one more speaker, and then we're going to vote. And who I want to bring up is John, who's a long-time public defender, who's going to talk about two problems. So let's get John.
Tell me what? Tell me what?
Oh, hey, you know what, though? You know what? I don't know what it is about park police, park rangers, anything with park on it. They're extremely difficult police officers to communicate with. I've had the worst luck with anybody with park on it that's in enforcement. 100%. What is going on in my activity? What did I do? What did I do?
Did you capture it?
What? Wait, what?
Let it slip.
What did I do? What did I do? This is Southside Park, Sacramento. I posted this earlier. Shout out to Kim. Gave me a little footage down in Sac. She said, hey, try to make this go viral. Take it. I'm like, okay, I got you. Southside Park, Sacramento, California today. Yeah, I had to put some music. So I'm going to mute it. I don't want to get copyright stricken. Try to be a good boy. But we had gatherers there, Sacramento. AOC was there the other day with Bernie, and it turned out to be big. There was helicopters flying, all sorts of stuff. But you could hear the cheering from miles away. Miles away. Let's see what I got here. We got a lot. There was a lot. Yeah, here's AOC and Bernie in Folsom. That's in Sacramento. Lots of people there. Apparently someone flew a plane by that had a banner that said, "This is Trump's country." Or "This is Trump country." And AOC got up there and was like, last time I checked, this is our country. But look how many people, man. There's a lot of Republicans and the Central Valley, Northern California, it's mostly red, guys. I don't know if you know that. Like the majority of the Democrats are on the coast. But if you look at state by or county by county, man, it's nutty. It's very concerning at times. Oh my God. Okay, here, yeah. So here is the line to go see them. Lots of people. Like this is in a suburb, and this is like miles of people going to see AOC and Bernie and Sack. They ran out of room. The 3 arrows are the fastest symbol on the other side of the sign. Yeah, it said resist, so I'm sure he was causing some shit, but whatever. Who knows? Let's see if he ends up in El Salvador. Look at this line of people, though. Kids are going out. We're bringing the dogs. We're bringing the cats. We're bringing the kids of the people who live there. They got their chairs. See, they're smart. When I went to the air show, I forgot my chairs. My legs were just dead. I'm dead still. Man, that camping trip wore me out. I got a lot more here. We'll look at the rally stuff first. We'll look at the rally stuff, and then we'll go a little skibbity. There's a lot. AOC's been on the roll. Farmers are complaining about Trump's tariffs. Yeah, we'll go to the rally stuff. Where did it start out with? Where is this? This is in Idaho, guys. Deep red Idaho. You need a scooter to go to one of these. Dude, Canty will rock the fucking mall cop segways. Let's do it. This is in Idaho. Idaho's having protests. People are fed up. Idahoans. Idahoans. Pissed off the potatoes. That's good to see, though, right? Shit, that's as deep as it gets, right? Deep red. Deep red Idaho. Where else? This is, I believe, Denver? Colorado State Capital, Denver. That is a lot of people. And that's dark. This must have been recent. Like what? It gets dark there, what, 7:30? So that would have been like a few hours ago, maybe? Or they've been there all night. But man, that's some people there, folks. This shit's picking up, man. Shit's cracking off. I don't ever remember seeing anything like this. Do you guys? Hey, Ann. How you doing, Anne-Marie? Do you guys ever remember seeing this many people at protests?
I know she's gonna scream.
I think this is from the last rally, actually. This one right here. Yeah, this might have been old. Okay, I believe this one is recent. New York, right down freaking... That's got to be Fifth Avenue. No, that might not be Fifth Avenue. That might be more towards the Bronx. Yeah, maybe. I can't tell. It's been so long since I've been in New York. I have been on this earth for 54, going on 55 years, and have never seen anything like this. Man, fucking... Okay. That's good. Because, like, in my head, sometimes when I'm watching this shit, I'm just wondering if they're just showing us what we want to see, or if it's even fucking real. Not to the point of it not being real, but to the point of it being a micro scale onto where the majority of the population actually feel. You know, is this impactful enough? Because there's a lot of people, but at the end of the day, there's a lot more people in the United States, right? Millions. Over 300 million people. Is this like everybody? Is this all of us that are pissed off? Are there more? Are there more going to come out? Are the midterms going to just swing blue? Is it going to be, or is it just going to drive his base even more hardcore? But he's losing a lot of his base. I just feel, I don't know, I feel like a healthy fear of this turning out to be worse as far as the MAGA movement growing is a good way to hyper motivate. Stay frosty, you know. Don't become overconfident from what we're seeing. Minnesota was wild today. Yeah, I saw some of Merck's stream, but I was at work all day, so I couldn't catch much of it. It's just on my break. I peeked into it real quick. I don't know. It just, God, I hope the midterms go the right direction. Something has to change here. It feels like this nation is definitely reaching a breaking point. Durham, North Carolina protest today.
Take these lives.
But it was the Gulf of Mexico at birth. Some of the signs are so fucking good. Oh, Eureka, California was in the house. Hey, Bill. Eureka, California was in the house with some serious signage, too. I reposted it earlier on Renegades. You guys should go check out Renegades on Facebook. I posted it there. That's Mercado's, one of his pages. All right, what's this? Milwaukee. Holy shit, Milwaukee. Damn, dude. GG's Milwaukee. GG's. What else we got here? Where's this? This is America. This is America. I don't know where this is.
Get this, yeah.
I don't know where that is. I'm trying hard not to catch a copyright off of fucking 3 seconds of song. We're like a half a second. We'll see. Boise, Idaho, where everyone is welcome.
You guys ready? On the count of 3, everybody is welcome here. 1, 2, 3. Everybody's welcome here. I love it. You guys ready?
Dude, I love seeing. So the thing that gets me pumped is seeing this shit in the base area where the base red states are in Idaho. God, man, that shit gets me pumped. Gets me pumped, man. Hell, I think even the enforcers made it out today. Where was that video? Where the hell was it? Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm a terrible person for that. We'll run into it. Nashville, Tennessee.
Walking up to the protest here on West End, and you would not believe the amount of people that are here.
All right, Nashville, Tennessee. This is Sac. I know that bridge, Sacramento, from west to downtown. know that bridge. A lot of Ukrainian rallies there as well. You're not going to see them joining with the 50-51 as much. You will, because it gets kind of mixed up there as far as what their goals is to bring light on what's happening. Usually it's for free Azov rallies where you're going to see the rallies there. But I don't think they're going to get their hands mixed up in this. Obviously, they can't. There's so much going on with this. They need to stay focused on what is concerning to their people right now, which I completely understand because there's a bunch of different aspects going on. Did you hear what Mexico did with China? They totally fucked Donald. No, I did not. Cypher, elaborate. Hey, Spider Fate. Who's all in the house, man? We got more checking in. Thank you guys for being here. I had to throw up a stream. I noticed there wasn't a lot of streams going on. Yeah, I saw JB. He was incognito. That was strange. That was yeah, cool. Good for him, man. It's good. I'm glad to see him out. That makes me feel a little better about him. Mitch. I didn't read the next line. Yeah. Well, shit, dude, you know. When you got a platform that big and you're pretty much shining the light on the Russian mob in one way or another, you know, I would imagine you get a little paranoid, but I don't know. Give a fuck, boy. Yeah, nah. Enforcers don't show their face in public. Look, I talk about Enforcer and Spider Fate shows up. You'll see what I mean, though, Spider Fate. You'll laugh your ass off on the video. It was pretty uncanny. All right, what we got here? San Diego, California. San Diego's beautiful. I don't know if you guys have been there. They have some really beautiful hills. It's really nice. San Diego showing up. I know LA was cracking today. LA don't play, boy. They'll shut that whole city down. They do not play. Look, downtown Anchorage, Alaska. What? Can you believe this shit?
I think they're gonna drive over with stuff that really bad for the song.
Bundled up there.
Does your phone work? Would it be possible for a call?
Anchorage, Alaska, check it in. Doesn't look huge, but shit. You know? These are all like really known red states. People are coming out. I'm sure every red state has, you know, blue, but I feel like a lot of these people are red too. I feel like he's losing touch. Losing touch here.
But the dream of America is that America is ours.
Where is this? Massachusetts, Boston, Boston. Lots of people. Dang, it's a good amount, man. Boston checking in. Where's this? Houston, Texas. I love seeing this shit, man. Look at this. It's fucking great. Yep. Lots of different agendas, all one cause. It's beautiful. Oh. All right, what else we got? Hands Off Nashville. We already saw that one. What's this? Oh, yeah, we'll get to that. Oh, yeah, hey. Here's what I'm talking about, man. The fuck? Boy, who's that? That's Spider-Man. Who's that? Oh, shit. Tell me who that looks like. They are eating the checks. They are eating the balances. Missing the legislative branch. Oh, shit. Hey. Wow, we're in there. We are in there. Okay. Chinga to MAGA. Yeah, it looks like Andy. That shit's hilarious, boy. Look at that. I could meme that. I could meme that. Anywho. On to the next one. Where we at? Rancho Cucamonga. Nope. No King's protests. Rancho Cucamonga, April 19th. Rancho in the house. People are so pissed. Oh. This could be a way to... This could end up... Best case scenarios, MAGA is dissolved. And the House and the Senate go blue for the next 50 years. Or we go to war with a country that doesn't deserve it, instead of a country that does. What's going on here?
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No peace.
More cowbell in the comments. I don't know where this is. I wonder if I can tell.
No justice. No peace. No justice.
Flying Biscuit. Flying Biscuit Restaurant. Is this a chain? Raleigh, North Carolina. Huntsville, they got multiple locations. There's over 25 locations for Flying Biscuit.
Justice, no peace. No justice.
Okay, Flying Biscuit, 10th Street. Snoopy. Do. Where is Flying Biscuit? 10th Street. That's on 10th, right?
No peace. No justice. No peace. No peace.
Does that say Fremont Ave? I can't see.
No justice. No peace. No justice.
Anyways, I could freaking gack out on that all day and try to figure out. Go on to the next one. Yeah, it's in the South. For sure.
We're here today to say, in the name of humanity, we refuse to accept a fascist America. And we're here to demand that Guillermo Abrego Garcia be released.
We are here today because democracy is under attack. Education is under attack. Our children are under attack. And it is our duty to stand up and fight back.
We demand an end to the billionaires' coup. So Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and the rest of the millionaires and billionaires that are running this administration are trying to destroy our most basic human rights.
Trump must go now! Trump must go now! Trump must go now!
ATL in the house catching CNN's attention. Good to see you guys. Good to see. Here's some energy.
Trump, Donald Trump! Trump, Donald Trump!
Yeah, this is Callie.
Hurry about your penis!
The Temecula. Oh, you know that's Callie.
Trump, Donald Trump!
What's here? Oh, okay, I'm gonna throw this in there real quick. This is hilarious. This is me after vacation.
I don't want to go back to reality tomorrow. I don't want to go to my job.
This is me today.
I want to stay at Coachella forever. I don't want to go back and quit. I quit. I don't want to go back to reality tomorrow.
Crashing. Oh shit. That was me. Welcome to the Resistance. I don't know where this is. Where do they have the crazy looking artistical people? Is it in the chats? Oh, Denver. This is Denver. Okay. Go Denver, it says. I'm going to take it for being Denver. What happens when Trump runs out of things to break? He'll break other people's things. He won't just break ours. He'll go break other. There's going to be, I guarantee you, before his term is over, we are going to his great war. I guarantee you. It'll be for fabricated reasons, and everybody's just going to suck it up and love it.
One day you wake up.
One day you wake up and you mute that. Where is this? Providence, Rhode Island in the house. I'm thinking Iran. I think we're going to Iran. I think it's a terrible idea, but I think he really wants to go to Iran. I don't know how ground troops would get there. I don't think we have any way to really get ground troops there. But a really hardcore bombing campaign is definitely in the picture. I don't know. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. You can't see him lasting his term? Oh, God. You want the couch fucker in? I hope he does. Fuck. I saw a Tool in the theater behind those sculptures. Oh, that's badass, Koala. That's badass. When was that? How long ago was that? I like listening to Tool. What do we got? We already did all the cop shit. Oh yeah. All right, we'll get in. I'm not even going there. I don't want to hear his voice right now. All right, so hey, more from Fighting Oligarchy tour. Downtown LA to see AOC and Bernie. Damn, dude. Damn, dude. It's a lot of folks. Oh yeah, there was a tractor protest too. Happening now, this was 3 days ago, happening now at the Maine State House. Maine farmers are rallying together. Bro, the farmers are pissed. Check out this poor bastard. This guy voted for Trump, and listen to his quibble.
Alright guys, I didn't really want to have to get on here and do this, but I had to. These are fiberglass stakes right here. Those big bulky stakes on the back of the truck, wooden stakes. I called 2 weeks ago to get a quote on these fiberglass stakes because we need some more stakes this year. I got a quote, 83 cents. I called the man this morning. I said, hey, I know these tariffs are crazy and everything going on. I said, what can you do me on those fiberglass stakes now if we needed a load? It's a 3-month ETA from time you place the order. He said, Taylor, he said, you don't want to hear this price that I'm about to give you. And I said, well, give it to me anyways. He said, each of those steaks now is going to be $1.74 a piece. And I said, well, you know, and I know both that we can't do that, and that's going to be impossible. So that's just to let you know a little bit of what we're going through out here on our farm and what farmers in general are going through. These tariffs, not the best thing for our country. I voted for Trump.
Where's all the white people at? Where are all the poor white people that can't find work? What's up with this field? Feels very diverse. These guys are DEI hire. Like, someone needs to call Pete Hegseth. This is fucking unreal. What else we got going on? I need a little comedy. I need to laugh for a second. I found it funny. Oh, this one right here.
Hey, what's going on? What you doing? I mean, you see me, I'm chilling, got my robe on, comfy, scrolling on some socials, I'm relaxed, man. You know how I get down when I relax, calm nervous system. You know me. Nice. Sounds good. You mind if I join you? What? Yeah, come on over here and find you a spot on this freshly washed king size comforter. I just got this out the dryer. Still smell like bounce. I use 4 dryer sheets in there. It's potent. Oh yeah. Oh, this is nice. This feels good. I see why you do this so much. This is nice. You alright? Yeah, I'm good. Straight. Probably laying on the wrong side. Let me turn over. What are you doing? Just let me. Can you just get off the bed? Can you just get off the? Ugh. I don't know what that was about. Ugh. I don't like this. I'm gonna get away from this. That's nasty. Ugh. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I want to lay in the bed no more. You enjoy it though. You enjoy yourself. At least you can relax. Oh man, the stuff I gotta deal with.
If you're a cat owner, you know. Like, as soon as I hear that first, I'm fucking picking him up. You're going outside. Sorry. Out. It's like a fire drill. I hear that. Nope. Not doing it. I love that. All right. Whew. All right, we're going a little skibbity. Oh, okay. Some epic cringe.
We now have video of White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, the same one who regularly lies on TV, bowing her head and praying out loud to Jesus moments before stepping up to the lectern to tell lies. Take a look at this. I have a lot to say about this. Take a listen.
Lord Jesus, please give us the strength, the knowledge, the ability to articulate our words, have fun, and be confident in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. 3.
Okay. If this were, but I apologize if people are trying to eat while watching this, that is absolutely vomitous. If this were just a personal moment of faith, fine. This is the official mouthpiece of the White House on government time in a public building, holding a prayer to Jesus before a press briefing. And her staff proudly blasted it out to the world like it's a campaign ad for a Christian nationalism starter kit. Okay? You don't need to be anti-religion to see what's going on here. This is state state-sanctioned performative piety designed to fuse Trumpism with religious identity. It's not just a prayer. This is branding. It's a way to signal to the base, we're not just Republicans, we are God's chosen team. And when faith becomes a political marketing tool, what you get is a government that looks more like a megachurch than a functioning democracy. And that's what we have. There's a reason that authoritarian movements often will lean on religion, not because they're holy, not because they're believers necessarily, but because faith offers an answer when the facts are inconvenient. You don't need evidence for a policy or competence in office or coherence on the podium. You just need faith. Believe in us, believe in me, believe in the mission. Doubt becomes a form of disloyalty, even to what Jesus would want. And we've seen this playbook used by other regimes before, Franco, others, where religiosity becomes a stand-in for legitimacy. We now have video of White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt.
So for the longest time, I've been complaining about this. And I'm just not educated enough to articulate it into a form of... I never even heard about Christian nationalism until recently. It didn't make sense to me what that was. It was like new to me. So I wasn't able to articulate what I had been feeling for years when I did go to church. Because I went for a long time and it was helpful for a short time. I don't even know. There were things about it that were extremely helpful. But the only thing it made me do is realize how completely cooked a lot of people are when they talk about God. And I can see how it'll scare people away from having a relationship with the Creator from the organized religions. And I knew this. I already knew this because of personal things in the past. But I was able to articulate it in a form, and I still really can't. Not as well as these guys. These guys see it from an outside perspective. So it's really interesting to see. I want to do a whole segment on topics like this soon.
This is not the time for the Christian church to be sitting back and to be letting a madman mess up not just the economy, but mess up our lives. And that's why for my white evangelical brothers and sisters, for you to remain silent while this man is going crazy. Beloved, I want you to know you can't call yourself a Christian and not speak truth to power. You can't call yourself a prophet and sit there on your laurels. You cannot act like there is not something going on in our country. It's time now to speak truth to power.
Michael Cleric, the worst sinners acting as though they were pious and funneling sheeple over to extremism vile. Yeah, absolutely. Jesus came for the sick, not those who thought they were well. 100%. Yep. I see a lot of good quotes here. 100%. So we're on the same page. A lot of us, at least. A lot of people that haven't read or are just completely atheists, that's fine too. But yeah, they see this perspective more clearly than we do. I'd imagine it scares people away, or it misleads people. Like they absolutely, it's a destructive force. And God, I never saw it like that for a long time. It's embarrassing, but it's good to be able to see it now. It's good to have my eyes open now. I was once blind, but now I see. All right, we covered all that. We covered bro. I fucking will not get over that. Somebody show Burke that. Okay, where are we going? All right, let's go Skibbity. What do we got here?
President Trump just lashed out at the Federal Reserve Chair Jay Powell, saying that his termination can't come fast enough after we heard from Powell yesterday issuing a warning about the president's sweeping tariffs and also declining to get the central bank involved for now. The president just now in the Oval Office hinting that he could potentially dismiss him and calling on him to lower interest rates.
Oh, he'll leave. If I ask him to, he'll be out of there. But I don't think he's. I don't think he's doing the job. He's too late. Always too late. A little slow, and I'm not happy with him.
Now, whether or not a Federal Reserve chair can be dismissed from their 4-year term while they're still in it remains to be seen, because essentially it's never been attempted before. And the president's own economic advisors have said previously, including just a few weeks ago, that they respect the independence of the Federal Reserve and its decision making. As for Powell himself, he was actually asked last fall after Trump won the election whether or not he would resign if Trump asked him to. He gave an unusually blunt answer, one word. He said no. President.
So if the federal interest rates are lowered from the reserve, that will be good in some aspects for the short term, because it will stimulate people to buy and invest. The thing is, it will also increase inflation, and then people are going to be dedicated to a certain amount of income that they have signed in contract, and the prices around them keep going up for everything they need to maintain their purchases. So for short term, it would look good. In the long run, after about 3 or 4 years, probably less, probably 2 years, probably a year, it would drive inflation out of control, sort of like a stimulus check, sort of like COVID did. And we would see higher prices across the board in everything. And then everybody would have more debt. And then it would completely fuck us. So I don't like the fact where interest rates are now, because I am ready to purchase my second home. But now is not the time to be buying a second home. But that's a goal, and now I gotta wait at least 4 years, at least. Because it's all about timing, and right now the timing would be terrible with this unpredictable president to buy. Look what it would do to the credit card debt holders. Yeah, I would imagine. I haven't looked too much into it. I did research this article a little bit and got an understanding of the pros and cons. There was a lot of pros to it. A lot of pros for the immediate, but the cons, the long term, the side effects, it's a double-edged sword, you know. And the cons outweigh the pros for sure. Let's get a little Abrego. I haven't really covered him much. I know there's a lot going on with him.
Wow, wow, wow. The Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals has unanimously rejected Donald Trump's request to halt proceedings in the Abrego Garcia case. This is one of the single most powerful rulings I have ever read, and I want you to hear the most important parts. Let me read directly from the order. This might be a little longer than normal, but I promise you it's worth it. The court wrote the following. The relief the government is requesting is both extraordinary and premature. While we fully respect the executive's robust assertion of its Article 2 powers, we shall not micromanage the efforts of a fine district judge attempting to implement the Supreme Court's recent decision. It is difficult in some cases to get to the very heart of the matter, but in this case, it is not hard at all. The government is asserting a right to stash away residents of this country in foreign prisons without the semblance of due process that is the foundation of our constitutional order. Further, it claims in essence that because it has rid itself of custody, that there is nothing that can be done. This should be shocking, not only to judges, but to the intuitive sense of liberty that Americans far removed from courthouses still hold dear. They continue. The executive possesses enormous powers to prosecute and to deport, but with powers come restraints. If today the executive claims the right to deport without due process and in disregard of court orders, what assurance will there be tomorrow that it will not deport American citizens and then disclaim responsibility to bring them home? And what assurance shall there be that the
I saw a lot of good posts. I was half asleep when I saw them, but people were just posting, remember that Auschwitz was in Poland. And I didn't understand the context behind that. It took like a good 30 seconds for me to catch on what was being said. But holy fuck. Good point.
Executive will not train its broad discretionary powers upon its political enemies. It goes on. Now the branches come too close to grinding irrevocably against one another in a conflict that promises to diminish both. This is a losing proposition all around. The judiciary will lose much from the constant intimations of its illegitimacy, to which by dint of custom and detachment we can only sparingly reply. The executive will lose much from a public perception of its lawlessness and all of its attendant contagions. The executive may succeed, for a time, in weakening the courts, but over time, history will script the tragic gap between what was and all that might have been, and law in time will sign its epitaph. We yet cling to the hope that it is not naive to believe our good brethren in the executive branch perceive the rule of law as vital to the American ethos. This case presents their unique chance to vindicate that value and to summon the best that is within us while there is still time. Powerful, powerful words from the court. I hope you enjoyed that. I know that was a little longer than normal, but I thought it was important for you all to hear it. Okay, my name's Brett with the Midas Touch Network. Remember to follow us now for more and add the Midas Touch podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Midas Touch is coming through with a lot of good stuff. They are really high quality content. I'm really happy to be following them. God, 685,000 views from that one post. That gives me hope right there. Oh my God. Okay. This shit is hilarious. Okay, this is how we do it in Cali. This is how we do it in Cali right here. All right, we are at Daryl Issa's Can't Avoid His Constituents Forever. So he hasn't been holding a town hall, and people really got upset. And look what they did. Showing up to number CA48, Daryl Issa's $1,000 plate fundraiser at a fancy steakhouse, San Diego, California. In the motherfucking house. Bring it on.
What? Daryl Issa is a chicken. We want a town hall. Daryl Issa is a chicken. We want a town hall. Daryl Issa is a chicken. We want a town hall. It's a chicken. We want a town hall. Daryl Issa is a chicken. We want a town hall. Daryl Issa is a chicken. We want a town hall. Daryl Issa is a
This is the most gangster shit I've seen to come out of California since Tupac.
We want a town hall. Daryl Issa is a chicken. We want a town hall. Daryl Issa is a chicken. We want a town hall. Daryl Issa is a chicken. We want a town hall. Daryl Issa is a chicken. We want a town hall. Daryl Issa is a chicken. We want a town hall.
Okay, I'm just proposing. Hear me out. We get a bunch of Shiba Inu masks, and we just go at it. I'm not talking like sex tunnels go at it, but look, like that. Deepest question I can come up with right now is Trump starts a war with Iran. Do you think Russia will help Iran? No, they don't have the capabilities. We saw that in Syria. They would have stayed in Syria if they could have helped Assad. They tried bombing. They killed a couple kids on the way out, and that's all they could do was more of the same. But absolutely not. No, they're pulling back out of the world stage, and that's why we need to keep the pressure on them for sure. Yeah, it does sound fun. But I feel like this right here is beautiful to me. That's energy, boy. That's the energy we need. You know? Just a quick walkthrough. Just to disturb. Upset the norm. What did Booker say the other day? Let's get in good trouble. Was that what he said? To me, this is getting in good trouble right here. One more time. I gotta watch it.
What? Daryl Issa is a chicken. We want a town hall. Daryl Issa is a chicken. We want a town.
Yeah, waiter like, y'all got, hey, y'all. Hey, I got hot food coming through, y'all. Step to the side.
Daryl Issa is a chicken. We want a town hall. Daryl Issa is a chicken. We want a town hall. It's a chicken. We want a town hall.
He has squeaky chicken in his hand.
Daryl Issa is a chicken.
This is some G shit right here. G shit. Some wholesome trouble, yes. Back. It's so beautiful, dude. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I would totally engage in that type of behavior. You know, peaceful, get your point across, say what you got to say and leave, right? Impactful too. I feel like that's super impactful. Yeah, the Dino support, she's cheering it on in the background. She's like, hell yeah, get that motherfucker. My husband brought me here. I just want the food. All right, let's get a good Cybertruck face on.
Hey, I'm gonna need
Okay, I'm guilty as hell of doing this, guys. Do you guys do this too? I feel like we all do this now. When you see a Cybertruck, you give this face. Like, this is totally
I'm gonna need to see your Cybertruck face. Like, I'm gonna need to see the face you make when you see a Cybertruck, when you're just having a good day and you see a Cybertruck. I'll go first.
Every time. I'm like, what the fuck you driving that for? Oh, shit. So true. All right. Yeah, a little news. All right, I'm happy with Newsom with this. Like I've already stated before, I have some serious problems with this guy for his behavior during COVID. But here we are.
Today, I announced a lawsuit on behalf of the state of California suing the Trump administration. California is the largest manufacturing state in our union, one of the largest trading partners.
California is the largest manufacturing state in our union. I did not know that. I knew it was one of the largest states, but as far as manufacturing, had no clue.
Around the globe. No state will be impacted more than the state of California as it relates to the unilateral authority that's being asserted by the Trump administration to.
I didn't know that either. I did not know that California was being affected the most by the tariffs, but that makes sense. He hates California, hates all of us. He wants to see us burn in a forest fire.
Pose the largest tax increase in modern American history. Today, I announced a law.
Short but sweet. More lawsuits to come. I'm happy with that. I'm okay with that.
Stop saying they were deported. The people in El Salvador were not deported because deportation requires due process. They were captured against their will with no due process. You know what you call that? Kidnapping. And then they were taken again against their will with no due process to a foreign country. Do you know what you call that? Human trafficking. And then they were put in a squalid prison with no way to get out. Do you know what you call it when you put people who aren't given due process and therefore haven't been proven to commit a crime in a prison with no way to get out? That's a concentration camp.
Michelle DeCorby, good for him, but Newsom's video trying to convince Canadians to visit Cali this summer is next level tone deaf. I haven't seen it. Oh my God. Why? Why? He did not, did he? Is it on here? Fuck, do I gotta look that up? I'll look it up in the background. I can't even with that. I can't even. Yeah, he's very detached. That's the thing. Like, I feel like we need representatives that represent us better as, like, a society. And here, he kind of states it. He's in the ag business. He has numerous businesses. He's a rich motherfucker. He is not like us. He's not. He's not like the regular Californian.
Well, how can you not be? I've got 4 kids. 80% of their toys under their Christmas tree come from China. I've got family members living paycheck to paycheck. Many family members. My mom, who passed away years and years ago, was one of them. I mean, no rationale, no plan, no conscience to what it's doing to real people, no consideration of congressional responsibility. Where the hell is Congress? Where the hell is Speaker Johnson? Do your job. They're sitting there passively as this guy wrecks the economy in the United States of America, which has dominated the global economy. Don't take my word for it. The Wall Street Journal, we are the envy to the world. And overnight, a wrecking ball to America's reputation, our role, and our relationship. And so I'm angry as a parent, as a taxpayer, as someone who has a retirement account that didn't come from wealth, no trust funds in my family. You know, worked hard all my life. A guy who has businesses. I know I'm blind trust. And I trust you can appreciate that I won't try to cross the line on that. But as someone who's built a business.
You did cross the line, though. You crossed the line during COVID when you went to one of your business friend representatives who had a ton of money. You went to his birthday party at the French Laundry during COVID motherfucking lockdown when we were all here in our goddamn houses going absolutely freaking stir crazy with freaking cabin fever. You went out and you had an expensive ass dinner at the French Laundry in Napa while we suffered. And I will never let that go about this man. I won't. I don't like him. He's okay, cool. Entrepreneur, businessman, got kids. Yeah, motherfucker, so do I. Why do we have to stay home? Why did you go out and party and have a good time? For your business sake, not for our sake. And that I'm going to stop there.
That also is export dependent. Some of them, industries like ag that I'm involved in, I have a unique understanding. It's not an academic understanding of the stress that folks are going through. And so it connects on every level. And so I'm angry about this.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm glad you're feeling it finally. Here's some cringe.
Today we launched a new international campaign focused on encouraging Canadians to come visit the great state of California. The state of mind in the United States of America has dramatically changed as it relates to the approach to Canada. And we want to make sure we send a message to our Canadian friends up north to come to a state where 2 million Canadians visited last year, to come visit a state where there's something for everybody. Visit California.
Oh, God. That was... bleh. He just gave me fucking heartburn. God, that was fucking ass. Fucking complete ass. Yeah, he has a 16% polling in the presidency for 2028, and he shouldn't. God forbid he becomes president. I don't know. No. No, he's shown his true colors. No. Not the one. AOC, Bernie? Yes. I like that. I want to see that. Newsom, no. He needs to, no. He needs to be so for the people right now, so blue, that it's not even a thing come next government election that they go red. He needs to start appeasing the people. He needs to go to bat for the people like never before for the rest of his term, or we're going to be fucked. Because California has swung red before. We did with Schwarzenegger, which was a joke. But it has gone that direction before, and there are a ton of red. I don't know if Trump's helping that cause, especially because if you've ever been to the Central Valley of California, you want to talk farmland, it literally looks like Ukraine. It is rolling fields of farm, flat land of farm, hedge groves, all the way down I-5 until you reach a city. I always think of that when I go into Sacramento too. You see just fields of farm, and then you see this big city in the distance. And you wonder why there's 20,000, 40,000 Ukrainians there. It reminds him of home. But he needs to do some serious appeasement for the rest of his time in office. I God forbid we go red in California. God forbid. God forbid. Damage control. That's what that man needs to do right now.
The only reason Donald Trump has the power to create this much chaos, to drive the market down and then straight back up and then back down again, the only reason he has is there's a provision in law that says if he declares an emergency, blah, blah, blah. But it says right under it, and the United States Congress can say, yo, not an emergency. We can vote on that. So Senator Wyden and I have introduced a bill that it would be this proclamation. There's no emergency here. And we are able to force a vote. So in about 2 weeks, there's going to be a vote in the Senate. And here's the deal. Every single Republican is going to have to say out loud with their vote, either you are here just to fall on the ground and kiss the hem of Donald Trump's britches, or you are here to stand up for the American people. You're going to have to vote on this one way or the other.
Senator Warren, all right. That's really not going to make a difference, though. So, more political posturing. That's what I got from that.
I've had back-to-back meetings here in El Salvador with our team from the American Embassy, with the Vice President of El Salvador, with human rights groups. And the entire purpose has been to bring Abrego Garcia home because U.S. courts have determined that he was illegally abducted from the United States and now finds himself in the most notorious prison in El Salvador. The Supreme Court, 9-0, has told the Trump administration they must facilitate his return home.
Newsom's got a tough gig and a lot of different people to please. Yes, that is true too. But it was said earlier. Who said it? Michael Cleric said it. Newsom is so unwelcome in Cali in general. We will be happy to see him gone and someone better. Yes, 100%. But it takes cash money to win in Cali. 100% true. So it's a constant parade of fat cats and beholden career animals. Wow. Yes. Unfortunately, yeah, it's the nature of the beast here. So I kind of see it in that aspect. I can understand that, like, if we're gonna pick one, where we're gonna pick, right? Because they're all gonna be shit. Because we are so big, there's so much money here. Everybody fucking hates us, but there's so much money here. I've always known that too. Like, we're kind of like it seems like we're the stepchild of the nation, but we always bring in the most income. Or we're the fifth largest GDP in the world. Bigger than most countries. Something like that. But yeah, Newsom, we could have done better. But at the same time, we could have done a lot worse. A whole lot. So maybe I'm nitpicking.
They've refused to do it. So I called upon the government of El Salvador to do it unless they can provide evidence that he's been involved in MS-13. They said they had no evidence. So this is not about MS-13. I know President Trump wants to make this about gang violence. I have been fighting MS-13 probably longer than Donald Trump even knew about MS-13. I care about every victim of crime. That's why we have a court system to hold people accountable when they commit crimes, to make sure that they get the punishment they deserve. We also have a court system to make sure that people who have not committed crimes or not been convicted of crimes are not disappeared out of the United States and sent to a notorious prison in El Salvador, like Abrego Garcia. This is simply about letting him have his day in court. We use the courts to make sure that we don't convict people who are not guilty and that we convict those who are. I've had
The ugliest shit I see coming right now is from the deep MAGA fan base, and it's stupid ass memes on Facebook. It's like, oh, wow, he was a wife beater, and oh, he was an illegal, so we really don't care. I'm like, oh my fucking god, dude. I knew you. I know at least like one or two MAGA. They're just so decrepit. Like they are the epitome of disgustingness. Ugh. They hurt my soul. They hurt my soul forever having somewhat of a normal conversation with them. It's fucking disgusting. Speaking of that, this I had to watch this like 5 times. This is cringe as fuck. I had to watch this. I don't agree with this guy. I came to the conclusion this guy is full of shit. I had to watch it 5 times in order just to have an unbiased sort of unbiased self-examination of whether or not I believed in this.
Here's how to help MAGA people see things clearly. Love and kindness. Someone called MAGA folks dishonest, ignorant, stupid, and hateful. But here's the thing. You can't fight dish with more dish. They're not stupid. They're often in denial, feeling like the world is against them. MAGA is not a monolith. It's all kinds of people. So, instead of assuming I will lead with love and kindness, it's the only way to make people come together. Only way.
I don't want to come together with them. They're not like me. If they can come out of it, good. You better be the first one out there with a fucking sign and a flag saying this is wrong. Until then, don't fucking talk to me. I don't want nothing to do with you. So, love and kindness, acceptance. Okay. I was never MAGA. I said good things about him because I was ignorant back in his first administration. But this is too much. We need to distance ourselves from him, and if they want to feel like the world is after him, so fucking be it. So be it. Lord. Idaho represent AOC and Bernie in Idaho. This blows my mind. God, I love her. God, AOC, marry me, please. Bernie in Idaho. Look at this. This is wild, boy. Oh, look, we got Cowboys up in there. Man, that's beautiful. That's so good to see. All right, we already saw AOC in Folsom. Here we go, more AOC.
We got on the way here, we got a very interesting piece of news, which is that some of those Republican House members that we had visited, they just led a letter warning the Republican leadership saying, we don't know if we can vote for Medicaid cuts now. That's you, Missoula. That's you, Montana. That's you, Colorado. That's you, Arizona. That's you, California. That's you, the people. We got them on their back foot. We got them scared. We got them running. But our job is not done. And we will rally every corner of the United States of America until we save Medicaid and Medicare for every American. until we defend Social Security and we tell them who's really in charge in this country. So we are here for the long haul, and we will not stop until they actually vote no. We're not going to let them trick us with gestures and strongly worded letters. I want to see the no vote on the floor. That's the only thing we will accept.
She could have thrown in a couple cuss words there, but that was a pretty damn good speech. But yeah, a couple cuss words on that. Throw it down. In red states, that big of a turnout. Alexandria. Alexandria, yes. AOC is someone's name. Oh, how to own a more. Oh my God, this is beautiful. This is funny. All right, little moment of clarity and break here.
Y'all know the Book of Mormon pretty well?
I mean, I'm not a scriptorian, but I know it pretty well.
I've heard a story or two. What does the Book of Mormon say about how black people get dark skin?
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
I love fucking with Mormons when they come to my door. Oh, I do. God bless their hearts. All right, where are we at? What we got here?
Cash, you and I was serving on the Intelligence Committee when you worked on the Intelligence Committee. And John, you and I are both from Texas, and we both served together on the Intelligence Committee. Y'all, the idea that this information, if it was presented to our committee, would not be classified, y'all know is a lie. That's ridiculous. I've seen things much less sensitive be presented to us with high classification. And to say that it isn't is a lie to the country. I want to ask the generals now. The NSA is principally in charge of intercepting things like signals intelligence from other countries. General, I want to ask you, if your organization, your agency, intercepted something like this from Russia or China or some other country, would you consider this classified information?
Representative, we would be classifying based off of our sources and methods. So those would be the things that, in terms of how we process, how we would be able to obtain the information and how we'd report it, we would classify based off of our source and method.
So if you knew that the Secretary of Defense and the National Security Advisor of Russia or China and the head of the Foreign Ministry and all of the folks who were associated with that signal chain, if you intercepted that information, General, would you consider it classified?
So it would be classified based off of our collection.
So the NSA would classify it? Would
based off
determine it as classified?
The protection of our own source and method, not necessarily based off the content, but how we collected that information.
But it would be classified?
Well, we certainly wouldn't be collecting on a U.S. person conversation.
No, I understand. I'm saying if you did your job and collected it from the Russian Foreign Ministry and the National Security Advisor and the Secretary of Defense and the President's Chief Advisor.
He's purposely pretending like he doesn't know what the fuck he's being asked. He's answering every other contextual meaning other than what is actually being asked. And that is sleazy as fuck.
There is no way, having sat on this committee for 9 years, that somebody would come in with that information and give us something that says, unclassified, you can walk out of this room with this information and give it to whomever you want. You know, with all respect, you and I worked on the committee at the same time. Tulsi, you and I came in together. I've never had an issue of beef with you. John, you and I are both from Texas. Y'all know that's a lie. It's a lie to the country. Cash, you and I...
Got him. It's so true, too. Like, they are so avoiding the question and answering the shit. This isn't going away. God, so terrible, man. What the hell's happening in Trump's cabinet in the Oval Office?
You'll all be very unhappy because your life will be in great danger. Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Press out, press out.
No, she's out.
Out.
You'll all be very unhappy.
What the fuck is going on there? What the fuck?
You'll all be very unhappy.
Creepy ass shit. God, it's so creepy. So creepy. All right, more snatch and grabs.
What's your name, sis? What's your name? Yeah, sis. What's your name?
My name is H.R. Harper.
H.R. Harper?
Back up.
Back up. Yeah, I hear you. It's probably ice. H.R. Harper.
Defend your personal right. Shut the fuck up. My shoe. My foot. Y'all got my foot under the car. I know. Can I have my foot under the
Daughter puking or bring your kid to work day. How prophetic.
What's your name, sis?
More like she couldn't face her fucking victimizer. What else we got? We got it. What's it? Yeah, we got it. We got it. Is that everything we got? Did I go through everything already? Oh, we got a little more here. Here's some town hall shit going down.
Hey, excuse me, Senator Grassley, on that same subject. The Constitution, the framers of the Constitution, said that every person, not citizen, every person within the jurisdiction of the United States has due process. And we would like to know what you, as the people, the Congress, who are supposed to rein in this dictator, what are you going to do about it? These people have been sentenced to life imprisonment in a foreign country with no due process. Our government cannot do anything. Get them to the kid. Why won't you do your job, Senator?
Yeah. Yes. Why? Obeying the Supreme Court. Trump's not obeying the Supreme Court. He just ignores them.
Yeah, screw it. Hey, excuse me, Senator
Grassley he needs to just, I don't know, go play golf. It's time. Oh, yeah, here we go.
How are you feeling about Trump?
Fuck him and fuck Elon.
Have you always voted Democrat?
Always will.
Democrats have really lost support.
It's fucking sad.
Why do you think they're losing so much support?
Working white people like myself are sick and tired of swallowing everybody else's shit. It's your issue, not mine.
Why haven't you left the Democratic Party?
Because I'm about people going to work, bro. You know what I'm saying? Really. Like, we go to work every day. I gotten up every day for 38 years at 5:15. And I get home sometimes at like midnight. So why not?
5:15 to midnight. I've done a few of those, and God, to hear it come out of someone else's mouth makes me so fucking upset to knowing that I've done that.
Are most of your fellow union members Democrats?
No, they actually vote Republican.
Really? So why?
Because they're fucking racist and other shit, bro. They're homophobes. They're all kinds of wacky shit, bro. They got fucking issues. They think they're
How did
fucking
you
better
get,
than
how did
everybody.
you get spared?
Because
God, wouldn't it be nice if people just could come out and say, "Hey, you got fucking issues"? Hey, Steve. No, it's all good, Steve. I'm glad you're here. This guy, like, he put it down.
kinds of wacky shit, bro. They got fucking issues. They think they're
How did
fucking
you
better
get,
than
how did
everybody.
you get spared?
Because I was
losing so
raised
much-
by union people, bro.
And these guys weren't your coworkers?
I don't
or-
fucking know.
How you feeling about Trump?
I like that guy. I like that guy. That New York kind of fucking feel, the vibe. I love New York. God, I miss that place so much. What we got? Oh yeah, here we go. Little comedy.
Don't worry, RFK is going to save us anyway.
We're gonna save you all. We're gonna get out. They're putting steroids in the potatoes. They turn you gay. I could have been president. I should have been president.
He could have won if he just if he just won. I don't want to be a dick, but did he try that? Did he try like one big one? Maybe if he got under it. Mucinex and a lozenge. The guy could have been president. Nobody tried it. One cup of tea with honey, and he would have won the thing.
It talks like that. Do you know how I got this voice?
That's how I picture him, like the Joker from the Batman movie.
Do you know how I got this voice? Just Mountain Dew Code Red. That's what did it to me. I stood too close to a Yankee Candle for an hour. It killed me. The phthalates.
Don't worry.
That is a big win right there, guys. Big win. Oh, God. Wow. Okay, next.
You gonna bring that guy back from El Salvador?
Hey, more Grassley getting smoked. Listen to this guy in the background here. I love it.
Bring that guy back.
Look,
You gonna
listen how rugged this man sounds. Rugged.
you gonna bring that guy back from El Salvador? Why not?
Well, because that's not a power of Congress. We make-
Supreme Court said to bring him back.
Yeah, but
What can they do?
He's defying the Constitution. Committee.
Trump don't care.
If I get an order to pay a ticket for $1,200 and I just say no, does that stand up? Because he's got an order from the Supreme Court and he's just said no. Yeah.
Acoustic Kitty, it didn't look like a bowl, man. That looked like a pipe. Like a real pipe, you know? Like chore boy pipe.
the president of that country is not subject to our U.S. Supreme Court.
I'm pissed.
You know what I say right now? If the Supreme Court said, we need to bring this man home, Trump doesn't want to do it, El Salvador doesn't want to, or the president doesn't want to do it, then the military should do it. We're talking about the Supreme Court 9-0. This man needs to come home for due process. I say send in the Navy SEALs and get him back then. At all costs, get this man back. For crying out fucking loud. Ooh, frustrates the fuck out of me. Stay happy. Stay happy. People like you when you're happy. You're a likable guy. Fuck, that makes me mad. Fuck.
I think we're all following the news of the day. We are seeing right before our eyes what it looks like when the head of the government of the country we live in doesn't think he has to obey the courts or the law. It's an incredibly important and incredibly dangerous moment for the country. It's a test of whether we're actually a freedom-loving people. And I think it leaves a lot of Americans feeling powerless. I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe that there are a lot of things we can do. Some of them seem old-fashioned, getting in touch with your member of Congress or joining a demonstration in the streets. But those are important. And we're going to have to be creative about other means of making it known that this is a freedom-loving country, that wherever you come out of, left, right, or center, I'm not going to stand for the head of the government of this country continuing the process of taking on absolute power. And instead, we're going to build something different and better, a vision where our politics and our economics respond to the needs of everyday people, one that leaves us more free and more prosperous than before. We are very obviously less free and less prosperous than we were even a few months ago. But this doesn't have to be a one-way trip.
How is Buttigieg pulling less in the Democratic Party than Gavin Newsom? Can someone explain? I don't know much about his background. Is there a scandal I'm missing or something that people absolutely hate him about? Why is Newsom at 16%? And this guy's like at 15 or 11 or 10, 5? Why? Why? Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong here. This is Texas. Morgan Luttrell he looks like, is this the guy, was he the Navy SEAL was he a Navy SEAL? Yes, he was. Last Man Standing, right? Was that the movie? Served as a SEAL 7 years until being medically retired in 2014. Severe traumatic brain injury and spinal cord injury he sustained in a helicopter crash in 2009. Luttrell traveled to Rosarito, Mexico to obtain psychedelic therapy for his injuries, including hyperaggression in civilian life. He described the treatment as having profound results. Okay. I have to realize we live in a society to where if you're a badass soldier and you survive a lot of shit, that makes you qualified to be a leader in our society. I have to come to that conclusion that even though he had a traumatic brain injury and spinal injury, he still is very coherent and had a lot of time to pay attention while he was sucking down orders from his command. And he's not a yes man, he's for the people, even though he has been a yes man in his career. How does this make sense that this guy is in politics? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not. But listen. Hi, Jess.
Are the good people and women who know something is wrong and they do nothing about it.
Okay, my name is Sarah, and here's the question. Where do you, I'm talking about you personally, stand on the return of a Grego
Let him talk, please.
No due process.
Let him talk, please. Let him talk. Please.
Hang on. All right. Everybody take a deep breath. So I haven't had the opportunity in DC to ask these questions to the leadership. So I'm gathering information as best I can over the phone and what I'm watching and seeing on TV. Okay? And this is my stance. All right? Because from what you understand right now, the process, the court systems are in discovery trying to figure out exactly what's going on.
No, the court system figured out what was going on through the Supreme Court and said this man needs to return home immediately.
The way that I understand it.
He's already nervous about talking about the situation because he is uneducated on the fact, because he spent most of his time as a yes man in the military. I'm not dogging his military career. I'm sure he is a great war hero. But how much time did he have to, let's say, go to college during those times, or learn about social interaction, or learn anything other than being a stone cold trained killer for the United States of America? I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm not saying that people like him are not needed. I'm just saying that I don't feel like this man is educated enough into the political sphere to hold the position he has. I feel like people that pay attention deserve it. Right? But he doesn't want to talk. This man don't want to talk.
I can assure you it pains me to stand up here because I get hit just like you guys are. I'm not different. It's
a couple of years to bring back manufacturing.
Two politicians saying two different
things.
Which one?
The only thing I can
all of them!
Well, we'll go back.
So, here's as I understand it, illegal immigrant.
Due process to all people.
Due process to all people. Oh, he's an illegal immigrant and he's got gang tattoos. That's all it takes to get deported without going to a court.
His wife filed a restraining order on him for beating on him. Yep.
Oh, he beat his wife. Shit. He beat his wife. He could never be a Navy SEAL.
Due process. Due process.
Hey, I have a question. I don't want the rich to raise the taxes on the rich. Everybody take a deep breath, okay? Just relax.
Please, I'm old. I'm subject to forget what I was going to say.
I love that guy.
Hey, hold on, please. Hey, guys, just everybody take a deep breath, okay? Come on, let's do this, okay? Don't everybody lose your minds on me. Just
He keeps looking like
let's
right
get
in
through
my
this, all
eyes.
right? I'm talking to everybody. Just everybody take a deep breath.
You know, he wants everybody to chill the fuck out, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. So maybe he should come more prepared, right? Right? He's given Fed talking points, right? He's gone to a briefing before here. Here's what you're going to hear. Here's what to say.
My name's Frank. I live over in Magnolia.
Looks down at his hands, looks up. Oh, hey, how you doing?
I don't want to raise the taxes on the rich, but I'm going to share a story with you. I just paid my taxes. I paid $1,227 in taxes.
He looks so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. Yeah, taxes. Yeah, taxes suck.
On fixed income. And I remember a gentleman saying not long ago that he only paid $700 in taxes, yet he paid billions of dollars. Now, how was he able to only pay $700? It's because he has deductions. He can deduct everything. I can't.
Right.
I can't. So that's what I'd like you to work on. I'd like you to work on taking that away from him. You know, I don't have 10 houses that I can deduct. I have nothing. And the reason I waited till yesterday to pay my taxes is because I had to. I had to wait. So, and due process. I don't know anything about that man.
I don't. But I know we have a constitution in this country.
Thank you.
And it was written to protect the citizens of this country. So look at due process and let the people that are supposed to find out, and not just one man. That's the reason why we have this problem with China, because Xi Jinping can do what he wants.
Yes.
Well said.
Yes.
He is not entertained by this whole fucking thing. And his body language speaks words, right? He's leaning on the lectern. He's smacking his lips back and forth. His yeah, I'm disconcerted with this. This isn't what I want to be at. I don't care. I didn't sign up for this.
Ted Cruz said that tariffs are an attack on
Triggered.
sales tax on the American public. Donald Trump says they're not. They can't be both. Which one is lying?
You heard me earlier when I said tariffs are good and bad. And they are. I'm still going to
Say nothing.
I honestly think, I think we're in the right place with what we're doing with these tariffs to get us where we need to go. But it hurts. I do it. And I can assure you it pains me to stand up here because I get hit just like you guys are. I'm not different. It's
a couple of years to bring back manufacturing.
Two politicians saying two different
I
things.
can't, well,
Which one is what? Which one?
the only thing I can.
All of them!
I'm your elected congressional and I can only speak for myself.
Yes. Well, we'll find out what it's.
He just got asked which one does he believe in, Ted Cruz or Donald Trump?
Do you believe Trump or Cruz?
In that question, so they're both right.
They're both right.
And President Trump playing the long game, trying to course correct the ship. So they're both right.
No.
Tommy's playing a game. Money's not game.
Why couldn't this guy like make a fucking better IFAC or a good scope or like a fucking bug out bag or do some cool shit in my podcast? Why did he have to represent other people when he is clearly not ready to represent other people other than whatever he's experienced in his life in the military, which is not representative of most people in the United States. Some. I'm not saying this guy isn't a war hero. He's a fucking legend. He's been through hell. He lost all of his fucking men. But come on. Have enough humility to say, hey, you know, I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I should go learn it. He's not doing that.
I'll take him and I'll take him.
I'd like to thank you for actually being able to come out here and talk with us today. I know there's a lot of different varying opinions. My question is, you talked about industry and the threats of war globally and internally. So with that being said, with our infrastructure for our government and our military, what's the plan to reignite the forge, to rebuild and increase our infrastructure for our military needs? The reason I'm asking is because I don't want to be a part of that.
Bro. I remember seeing this guy get interviewed on like day one, like after he got back home from what he went through. And I said, oh my God, we are looking at a broken man. He's got deep-seated mental issues or he's self-medicating. And I'm seeing the same behavior now, except he's got some cowboy jeans on and a fucking half-ass suit.
Rebuild and increase. How do you get a part of that?
Yeah.
But do you a business owner?
Okay, say more. I guess it's the best way to say that.
Do you think?
So one of the companies I'm a part of is with industrial hemp, and we're able to create thousands of jobs.
Right, and that's a good question. But there is that possibility for you. Currently, what we're doing is trying to realign the ability for small businesses, because you have the primes, And ladies and gentlemen, prime companies are the big Lockheed Martin, Boeing, those are primes, okay? And when a prime is engaged in the Department of Defense, as you're asking, they are almost absolute. It's almost impossible to move into that space because they are so large. And what we want in Congress is for the ability, like you, sir, to have your company have the ability to get in, engage in the DoD, like they have the opportunity. So that's with program reform, moving primes and subs, which you would be, into a space that makes sense. Now, there's a lot of, obviously, red tape and bureaucracy that we have to wade through in order to do that. And I wish I could stand in front of you today and say, hey, it's going to be done tomorrow. That won't be the case. Now, as we move downstream and start to unpack this thing, I'm hoping that you will have that ability to get in there.
We don't base business off of hope. Rule number 1 about business. Business is never based off of what I hope. This is hopes and dreams.
We don't have I think it's GSA, the site that provides all the documentation, engage with them, and win win those contracts without the proverbial nightmare of having to deal directly with a client. Yep. Okay. All right. I'm gonna pull something up that I just want to show you because we got 5 minutes. And
what the fuck is he doing? This is not normal behavior, guys. Look at his body language.
I'm going to show you these. I want to show you this.
What the hell is that?
What the fuck is that, bro? I can't zoom in. Oh my god, I hate you. What?
No.
Why don't you let us talk to you? Let's let us talk to you. The stock's dropping. Yeah.
USDebtClock.org. Oh my fucking god. So a healthy debt is a sign of a growing economy. It goes hand in hand. A global debt means nothing because if they want to come and collect, come and fucking get it. This is bullshit. They're feeding us bullshit.
Send me an email so I can read it.
This is our debt clock.
Yeah, okay.
We pay our taxes just like you.
Let's go.
Up top, U.S. national debt, $36 trillion in counting.
I'm going to show you this complicated thing so I sound so smart. Thank you, Jess.
36 trillion. It's almost hard to contemplate what that means. A million seconds is like a million. So a billion seconds is 31 years. If you're doing seconds, how many seconds is a billion? 31 years. A trillion seconds is 31,000 years. 36 trillion is 1 billion years. And that's our national debt and crime. As I'm sitting here.
Oh my fucking god. And that's how we broke light speed, and the Borg came back and tried to kill us, and Jean-Luc Picard came and saved our ass, and the Phoenix launched, and thank God for the fucking Vulcans, MAGA.
Talking to you every 20 seconds, there's $1 million added to that debt.
Tax the money, yeah. There it is.
Fuck.
Cut out some golf trips here.
Yeah, $2 trillion is a deficit.
Yeah, hi Angela. Yeah, I'm having a blast here watching these wonderful, beautiful representatives of ours, regardless of their historic and heroic war actions that happened, who have zero education on the matter, come up after a big long fucking pill binge, showing us this chart that means nothing to everyday Americans, and explain to us exactly what we should be feeling. I'm having a wonderful day. Thank you, Angela. Yes, absolutely.
That's what Trump spends on golf balls.
There you go.
Oh my fucking God. Now we're gonna do the Bill Clinton. Oh, there was only one other president that golfed as much. That was Bill Clinton. Yeah, he was great too.
A Democrat.
Every Republican has increased the deficit to Reagan.
This is how much money we draw in annually to pay for the things the United States government has to pay for. We spend $7 trillion. We have a $2 trillion deficit.
Nobody cares. Not even the people we're in debt with care. Nobody cares about our debt. We are in a national debt, and that is the sign of a growing economy. It's okay to be in debt. We have $7 trillion in debt. Oh my God, man. Oh, I'm sure he was a really great soldier, but economics, probably not a strong point. Look at that. Let me point you to this little icon.
Here's the problem. If you're can't see it very well. We have workforce. We're trying to...
You can't see it really well because we use 1970s technology to explain issues that are in the new century. Here you go. I'm going to point anyways.
Increase the amount of workforce that we have in order to pay revenue to bring to $5 million and the $7 trillion.
Did I tell you how the national debt affected us on the front line as a SEAL?
That's exactly right. Notice it's the women that are making the noise.
That's why we're trying to make the deficit cuts to go budget neutral, so that's not a problem anymore.
All right, he needs to talk.
Notice how it's the women making the noise.
We have workforce. We're trying to increase the amount of workforce that we have in order to pay revenue to bring to $5 million and the $7 trillion together. Because we're spending more than we have in the
That's exactly right. Notice it's the women that are making the noise.
That's why we're trying to make the deficit.
You know why? Because he's a Navy SEAL veteran, right? And all the men are like, this guy's got to have the hugest cock. He survived the worst. Navy SEAL America. Fuck, dude. My voice matters as much as his voice, as much as your voice, as much as their voice, as much as anybody's voice. We have the same level of voice. That's what makes our society great. It doesn't matter if you survive the impossible, which this man did, and I give him credit for that. That's a beautiful thing, what he went through. And he's still acting in society. And he probably truly does care. About what? I'm not going to say. But like that lady just said, only the women are speaking because all the men are so cowarded to him. They cower down because he's such this heroic figure. Oh, I watched that movie. It was epic. It was proportional. It was, oh yes, everything I want to be as a man. This murderer, this fucking beautiful thing that our country created. And they just shut the fuck up and they cower to him. They cuck to him. And it's pathetic.
It's a cost to go budget neutral, so that's not a problem anymore.
All right, he needs to talk. Thank you, Vanna. We love it.
Okay?
Yeah, he needs to talk.
He needs to talk?
Yeah, he does.
All right, go ahead.
Not
Shoot.
making any points here.
How you doing? My name is Reginald Dees. I'm a local business owner here in Willis.
Yes, sir.
I went to the Capitol last Monday. I met a guy by the name of Butch Miller. And that's his name.
Doesn't matter. Keep going.
Okay. And I'm sorry, Mitch Fuller. My bad. I had dyslexia. And we're trying to keep our industry open. And I don't know if this is the right form to ask, but they're trying to pass certain bills here in Texas and trying to eliminate, which is the cannabis industry. I'm a disabled veteran. I was served in the United States Navy. I'm 70% PTSD service connected. The reason I'm saying that is because cannabis saved my life. It got me off all these different kind of medications. When I went to the VA,
Did he say cannabis? Hold on, I'll be right back.
My psychiatric medication, the lady over the phone said, would you go ahead and just, what commercials have you seen? And I said, that's the way we're going to pick my medication to save my life? What'd she say? She said, what commercials have you seen to pick my psychiatric medication? And that scared me. Yes. And my question is, would you help support and be opposed of SB 3 and House Bill 28 before House Bill 4242?
From the state of Texas bills? Yeah. Okay.
He's a congressman. So yeah, this is my first time doing this.
Yeah, you're good. So this is where, you know, as a conservative guy, and I was raised in Willis, so I'm a wildcat. If you know that, we can do that. All right, so I lead legislation in the United States House of Representatives for psychedelic treatments on cognitive issues in the veteran space. That includes THC and abroad. This really kind of, this rubs people the wrong way when I really kind of stood out on this because I think it's important. I think the research is in place currently and showing the numbers that through holistic means, that was what we're talking about.
420 break.
Removes the opioids and the SSRIs out of the equation because that is just a killer of the veteran community, as you probably are well aware. The tricky part is I'm very laser focused on the guardrails because I don't want to lose control of it, right? And as the research starts to populate, and we moved legislation last year and moved it this year for the active members and the veterans to have the ability to go into research protocols to have this, okay? And as that starts to populate itself, I'm hoping, again, if we keep it on the rail.
Again, we don't base business off of hope. We base it off of results. We never base business off of hope. It's based off of results.
That we can introduce this in a way that is a safe, secure, medically based, profound movement forward to decrease symptomatic issues, increase quality of life.
You know what? Fuck this. I can't even. I'm doing double. Shout out to edibles. Blackberry lemonade. Can't even fucking cope with it right now, bro.
In a holistic way with no addictive problems whatsoever, and we can go forward and do great things. So yes, I do. Okay? Thank you. Ma'am, this is the time limit, and I promise myself I go home and take care of my kids. But God bless each and every one of y'all.
Boo. How you guys feel about that? Am I wrong? Like, I know the guy's a fucking legend and a war hero, but why is he in politics? He knew nothing of the topics. He knew what he was told. Talking points. Fucking looking like a used car salesman, too. He's gonna ride that fucking card as long as he can. That's my vibe. From his body language to everything. I'm gonna ride that card. And not do a fucking thing. Not do a thing. Not gonna achieve his goals. Just riding that card. Oh. Alright, I need fun. Is there fun? Do I have fun here? Do I have anything that's gonna, like, just super make me laugh right now? I ran out of fun. Damn. Is that everything? What's this? What is this?
Breaking news, there's something happening now that is similar to what happened in the late 1960s as far as the government operating extrajudicially to suppress dissenting opinions, particularly those who are critical of our government and the actions of corporate billionaires and war profiteers. The media conglomerates who serve as their lapdogs have worked overtime since the Occupy movement of 2012 to deploy potent culture war distractions and keep the voting public evenly divided on almost meaningless issues, while they tighten their grip on wealth and information. Somehow, some way, they've tricked the right into worshiping the wealthy while scapegoating the vulnerable, and tricked the left into destroying itself through infighting and a system of social exile that rules through fear and cancellation. Simultaneously, social media platforms have bent to the will of the machine. With no incentive but capital, they've perfected their algorithms to radicalize the gullible, pleasing shareholders as they monetize human outrage through clicks and ad revenue. As informational literacy dwindles and unaffordability continues to rise, the distraction of poverty allows our government to do what they're doing right now, which is the mass federal detention of activists, students, union leaders, and progressives who disagree with the agenda of this current government. Breaking news, there's something happening now that is similar.
Yeah, a lot of truth bomb there. I'm not going to find a lot of fun. Yeah, I know. It's got to be somewhere, though. Oh, yeah, this beautiful part.
This is Charles Schwab. It's not just a company, it's actually an individual. And he made $2.5 billion today, and he made $900 million. That's not bad. He's in financials. I've always been fun.
These two men in this video made enough money in one day, to feed 2 million children for a year. And yet Donald Trump is pushing a tax plan that would take away feeding programs and health care from millions and millions of Americans, including our children, in order to pay for bigger tax cuts for the wealthiest amongst us. A simple policy by making permanent the expanded child tax credit could cut child poverty in half like it did a year ago. Child poverty is not inevitable. Child poverty is a policy choice. We're seeing what policies this president is pursuing. We need to be fighting for our children. We need to be ending this outrage. The wealthy in our country are doing well enough. They do not need more tax breaks at the expense of health care for 100 million Americans.
Man, why can't more people wake up to this shit? I don't get it. Why are we so asleep as a society to this? We're so brainwashed.
What cities are so expensive to live in? Democrat-run cities.
Have you guys ever saw this debate? It was really good with Destiny and this asshole. I believe he is the head spokesman at the time of, oh God, what was the name of that place that Onion owns now? InfoWars.
And again, he talks about redistribution.
Is this the open?
You talk about redistribution
again. When those cities are expensive, do you acknowledge that those cities produce more economic output for the country than all the red cities? This is what I mean when I say these people don't live in reality. But like, why can't you acknowledge that? Because you'll very quickly say things like, oh, well, there are more homicides in Chicago. Yeah, there's more people that live in Chicago, and Chicago is what makes Illinois all its money. That's where the money comes from, or the blue cities. It's not just blue states that subsidize the existence of red states, which is true. And by the way, all of those governors were so happy for the American Rescue Plan when Biden was there to hand out money to shore up their budgets. But then when you want to talk about expenses and living and all these other things, now you want to talk about how blue cities need to be held responsible, but you don't give them credit for the economic output? It's insane.
So it's a nice deflection. So Democrat cities are the most...
A nice deflection? He just shredded your point.
Expensive to live in, so I'm glad you at least acknowledge that. And again,
more expensive to live in the U.S. than Uganda as well, right? It is, right?
What cities?
Oh my God! Yeah. All right. Well, shout out to Destiny for that. Oh yeah, some cop rage. Yeah. Don't ever do this. If you're a cop, don't ever do this.
Hey! 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 Pull over! Pull over! Hey! Pull your fucking car over! Pull over!
That's like me the day before vacation. I'm not a cop. I'm just saying that's my energy right there.
Get out of the way! Move your Get your fucking car out of the way now! I don't know what you mean. I don't give a fuck what you don't understand! Pull forward now! Pull forward now! What the fuck is your problem?
I didn't know what's the problem back there.
Yeah, don't ever do that as a cop. I'm sure he got extremely reprimanded. Extremely. Where are we? Man, I think that's it, guys. I'm kind of out of everything to do. I think we covered everything. Did we cover Murkowski?
Part of what I have been doing with my team is just trying to listen as carefully as I can.
So Senator Lisa Murkowski, Republican from Alaska, opened her mouth about the concerns of the Trump presidency's second administration, telling nonprofit leaders in her state, "We are all afraid." So I don't see a lot of fight in her eyes. I do see some sheer terror, but you're not going to get much out of this other than, yeah, we acknowledge something's wrong, but there's nothing we can do about it. Can you help? Help me. Like, she help me.
To what is happening and how it is happening and the impacts that it is having on the ground. And we're honest up front in saying we don't have all the answers. But we're trying to unlock at different opportunities and in different ways as much as we can. And it is as hard as anything that I have been engaged in the 20 plus years I've been in the Senate.
What are you going to have to say to people who are afraid? Or who represent people who are afraid?
Okay, bye, Jess.
We are all afraid. Okay?
We are all afraid. I see no fight.
That's what I'm saying. But we are, we're in a time and a place where I don't know. I certainly have not. I have not been here before. And I'll tell you, I'm oftentimes very anxious myself about using my voice.
We have representatives that are anxious about using their voice to represent us, representing us.
Because retaliation is real. And that's not right.
Feel sorry for me. Understand I can't represent you because of retaliation. That's what that vibe was.
But that's what you've asked me to do. And so I'm going to use my voice to the best of my ability. And sometimes it will be viewed in a way that, well, that's pretty confrontational. And other times it's going to be using my mother's charm that I learned.
She's going to use her mother's charm to get her point across?
As a young girl.
I was going to say something very terrible about charming Trump and her mother. I'm not going to. I'm a bigger person than that.
And in direct communication with those that I have made relationships with and am able to affect some change that way. But I've got to figure out how I can do my best to help the many who are so anxious and are so afraid. Part of what I have been
weak as fuck. Weak as fuck. Weak as fuck. Absolutely weak. What's this?
Americans have never been more worried about our economy and our democracy.
Oh, another veteran. representing us because we all got our legs blown off in war. Let's see if he represents us or himself and his personal interests.
Please hold off. It does not help that Congress, your branch of government, has failed to function as separate and equal. From the start of the Trump administration, we've seen chainsaw cuts to federal agencies which were providing vital services to Americans. We've lost everything from food banks to medical research to the arts and education.
This is Martin County, Florida.
Funds provided for these were appropriated by Congress to better our society and provide humane care for our neighbors and loved ones. And yet, when the president initiated cuts through Elon Musk, who I might add, no one voted for or was approved by Congress, did not assert any objection. We are seeing wildly chaotic tariffs placed on the global economy, which, believe it or not, is not going to stimulate manufacturing in the United States in my lifetime, and which does promise to generate a major recession very soon, and that will be in my lifetime. You in Congress have watched passively while your authority to levy tariffs was usurped by the president. There are many other reasons why Americans are worried about our country and our position in the world, and our representation in Congress is a huge part of it. Our Canadian neighbors have been harassed on the roads, singled out by their Quebec license plates for no reason other than the president's senseless attacks on Canada, which is our ally and neighbor. What are you doing to protect the people in our community? Where will you be when they further cut Social Security, and even further, for that matter, free speech?
So let's start with, there are no cuts to Social Security.
He comes with nothing good. I watched this whole thing. There's nothing of context or anything good he adds. He defends Trump and Elon the entire time. It was pathetic. It's more of the same, guys. I hate to say it. I was hoping to end on something good, but God. Someone just told me I'm not going to find anything good, and man, I'm starting to believe it. I'm starting to believe it. What is going on here?
Step away from the car, ma'am. Ice.
I don't understand. I'm just trying to go to work. I'm a nurse. I take care of people.
Hey, show me your ID. Now.
Hey, John. Don't you think that's a little bit too aggressive? Why don't you just check her documents and let her get on with her day?
No, Mark. I'm not just gonna let her go. All right, these people come here and they take our jobs, our resources, our homes. Plus, they're criminals.
What? I'm not a criminal. I take care of people. My patient needs me. I have her medication in my bag, and she needs it.
Oh, so you're a nurse, huh? Yeah, I don't care about that. You're still breaking the law, and it's
got to be his mom. Watch.
my job to stop you.
What?
John, look, she's not breaking any laws. Just let her go. Let's move on, man.
Just her existence on my soil is enough to arrest her. She doesn't belong here.
Your soil? Do you hear yourself, Jane?
And say whatever you want, okay? She's a criminal, and I'm taking her back where she belongs.
What? I was born here. I don't know what you mean. My patient really needs me. Can I go? Please.
John, just listen to her, man. She's not illegal. You can see on her ID clearly she was born here. Plus, she's not causing any trouble. She's just helping people. She's doing good work, man.
Enough, Mark. I made my decision.
Oh, God.
Okay, even if she's not a criminal, her parents were when they came here illegally. You're just soft on them, man. You don't get it. Look, they come here, they take our resources, and they need to be stopped. Hands behind your back.
Please don't do this. My patient needs me. She's really sick. She could die without her meds. Please.
Hey, hold it.
Well, that's the reality behind the situation we got going on. Anything fun? Can I get anything fun? God. Anything? I got something fun. I did a little video edit. We're gonna have fun on my own misery. We're gonna end it on something fun right here. All right, so I don't know if you guys, most of you guys know I went on vacation the other day. Had a great time. Got away with the kids. Hid. Had an epic kayak fishing disaster. I'm gonna share it with you guys. Okay, this is what happens when the only thing you can catch is COVID.
I got fish. I got a fish. I got a fish. No, don't come off. Oh, no! Oh, he came off! Mother... Oh, where's my net? Son of a... Oh!
That's all I got for you guys. Don't go fishing with me unless you want to learn how to catch COVID and not catch fish, because, man, oh, the biggest rainbow trout I ever saw in my life. Let's take a peek at the fundraiser before we go, though, yeah? Great editing. Thank you. God, that hurt. It hurts to relive. It was so thick. No fishy. I went and rage bought a new net afterwards. I'm not even joking. I have the biggest fucking net on my kayak now. I had to do the duck. Dude, yeah. Mallard hens are my spirit animal. 7,456 euros. Let's fucking go. We get anything during the stream today? Steve, you are the man. Thank you, Steve. Throwing in a twomp. Sometimes a twomp is all it takes. Bruce with 10. Joe PK with 20. We got some big wins today, guys. Thank you very much. $50 in donations a day. I'll take it. I know our fundraiser closes. Technically, it was supposed to close tomorrow. It's going to keep going for probably weeks, but I know me and KT wanted it done tomorrow. Honestly, though, I am still super happy with this amount. But we got to finish, guys. You know, I know time's going to be tough, but we got to do this for the 104th. KT and I are pushing hard. I know the Shills came up and helped us the other night. I went on the pub chat, got obliterated, had a good time. Andrew Mercado has been plugging us on Mercado Media constantly. Thank you, Merc. Appreciate the shit out of you, man. I owe so much to you. But let's see if we can get this done, guys. If you can, spread the word out on this donation. Put it on your fundraiser. The link is pinned in the description to it. Please steal the link. Share it to other people. $5 at a time, $3 at a time, whatever it takes, guys. That would be fantastico. And I shall check my DMs, says Mr. Canty. What am I looking at? Dude, did we just get another prisoner delivery? Canty, what am I looking at? No way. Hold on, guys. Is this Azov? Returning home? No way. Okay, thank you, Canty. Prisoner swap. It looks like it went down. More brave men coming home finally. Thank God. God, that makes me so happy. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, guys, even more to circle back to the fundraiser. I have one of my personal friends. He was an Azovstal defender in Mariupol, his hometown, when it was leveled to the ground, and he was captured by the Russians. I know a lot of us watched that battle unfold in real time. While he was there, his wife and his child were escaping the city, running from Spetsnaz because they knew who he was and who they were. So seeing a prisoner exchange, knowing that some of his brothers are coming home, this is beautiful to me. Thank you very much. Shout out to Misha. I got a cool flag from one of the volunteers in Sacramento. Right here. It's a special flag to me. I keep it. Right there. Shout out to Misha. Thank you for hooking me up with that flag, brother. But yep, let's keep the fight going, guys. I'll see you on the next one. I know this kind of went longer than I thought. Thanks for joining me late at night, guys. I was actually shocked to see that many people up, but I appreciate it. I'll throw you with an outro. We'll go from there. But once again, share it out, like, subscribe. I'm almost at my goal of 1,000 subs, which would be amazing. But more importantly, let's get the fundraiser complete. And I thank you very much. Let me find an outro for you, yeah? All right, guys, catch you on the next one.
Mugga, nafo, fella, drama.
You called Green Moscow Marjorie. The nickname seems to have really taken off.
Moga, nafo, fella, drama. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Moga, nafo, fella, drama. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. I put that on my party, I put that on my family. 14th District, Georgia Swamp, address me as your MTG. Yeah, you can kiss my ass, but you can never touch my town. I deport all the immigrants so they don't turn my babies brown. MAGA is my party, I'm like a horse head Barbie. Divorce one, he's not hung, but the gym guy is naughty. Hardy magic girl in the Senate, radical. See me at your college campus, baggy full of Adderalls. Call me if you need a lie, call me if you need no truth. See them other Republicans, they don't ever leave the booth. I'm a conspiracy loser, I got no solid takes, but Jewish space lasers be burning up your Golden Gate Bridge. My IQ is less than your fridge and the freezer, and we stunning like Moga, Golden Gate Bridge. My IQ is less than your fridge and the freezer. Moga, nafo, fella, drama. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Moga, nafo, fella, drama. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Moga, nafo, fella, drama. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Moga, nafo, fella, drama. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Call myself a winner, yeah. And if I met Jesus, I would poison him at dinner. I'm the editor, nafo, fella, drama. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. I'm looking like Madonna, but I'm flossing like Ivana Trump. You know I keep that twerk in my trunk. Got my hand on daddy trunk, so I can feel his lump. I'm yelling moga, nasty, till my throat is raspy. Old, rich and trashy, I be where the cash be. You can't find that. Think you need a Google map. My pudding handler will poison all your kitty cats. Now Google that, dummies follow me on Twitter. I claim to read the Bible, but I be lying out my shitter. You're a lame ass sinner, I call myself a winner. And if I met Jesus, I would poison him at dinner. I'm the editor, director, plus I'm my own boss. Shitting on Ukraine with no shame, just to see the loss. Which means Natalie getting over me. Russian propaganda be pumping out my ovaries. And we starting like Moga, nafo, fella, drama. And basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Looking like Madonna, but I'm flossing like Ivana Trump. You know I keep that twerk in my trunk. Got my hand on to got you spitting on my bits. And April fellas always reppin' with bong hits. We wipe you out like toilet paper does the shits. Serve you up like cheesy eggs, bacon, and some grits. We are in your walls and we better than your cause. My Shiba Inu hungry, gonna bite you with his jaws. Designer keyboard ready for our pause. We posting memes, original with no flaws. We bone controls online for the cause. We never slow down, sleep or take a pause. We rolling deep in the fetty, that's our cause. We fundraising money, bone controls and breaking the laws. And we crazy smooth brain, don't ignite us. Bump until all my phalanges get rheumatoid arthritis. And that's why nobody ever wanna fight us. Maple fellas never stop like a trainer virus. And we barking, biting, bonking, biting, wagging tails when we hit the night and sparking, lighting, igniting like a bomb. No views though, naval fellas be better than all your bots know. And we got no leader, I am the boss. 10,000 deep when we creep, ain't no time to floss like an owl. We don't sleep, we about that box, telegram to the X, we about the cause. And our moves are so fluid like we made of water, blowing warships up, you ran out of solder. You might think you're hot, but my game is harder. Take your chick to the tunnel like up to a god. Until the end we will rep, that's all we gotta do. Tearing up the set with Nathal Bong his crew. We bustin' rhymes in the beats like all the fellas do. Better check yourself before my doggies do. Got you spitting on my bits. The NAFO fellas always reppin' with bong hits. We wipe you out like toilet paper does the shits. Serve you up like cheesy eggs, bacon, and some grits. We are in your walls and we better than your cause. My Shiba Inu hungry, gonna bite you with his jaws.